filming MacGyver in Atlanta, straight to London, and then got off the plane, no sleep, straight to a press conference, and then media duties, things like that. Busy time. Friday, I had the pleasure of meeting somebody that goes by the name of KSI, who is a YouTuber that, no offense, I've never heard of him. Great guy, lovely fella. Apparently has like 15, 20 million subscribers on YouTube, which is just crazy. And apparently he boxed another YouTuber, I don't know when it was, a few months ago. 45 million people watched it on YouTube, which is just absolutely insane. Very, very nice guy. Had to take him through some training tips. Apparently he's got another boxing match coming up, so showing him just the absolute basics. If anything, just having a bit of fun for the sake of the cameras and whatnot. Bit of crossover appeal. Do you know anything about this guy or anything about YouTubers in general?
I mean, no, I don't know anything about him. I mean, obviously I know about YouTubers. You know, I'm not living under a rock, but you know, it's kind of a weird thing because as an entertainer and somebody who's spent the traditional route of, you know, going into comedy clubs night after night and trying to make it, quote unquote, then you see all these YouTubers come out and they fucking just jump the line. They immediately get tons of Twitter followers, tons of followers. You know, fair is fair though. You can't hate on them.
No, absolutely. This is the new platform, I guess. I was kind of, you know, not living under a rock, but until my children came along, I didn't really know what they were. And then, I mean, of course, I know what a YouTuber is. You know, a YouTuber, it speaks for itself, but I didn't know that you could be like a celebrity YouTuber. I know they have things like Twitch where people play games online and they generate money and things like that. But there's a lot of these people out there making a lot of money. And my youngest, Lucas, he's obsessed with some of them. One in particular is called Dan TDM. Basically, all he does is play Minecraft or whatever video games and commentates it as he goes along. Same kind of deal. Guy has millions and millions of followers. In fact, he now does live shows. He recently did a tour of the US. He's English. We took Lucas to see him at the live show in Long Beach. I don't know what we expected from a live show from a YouTuber, but basically all it was him sitting on a stage playing fucking Minecraft. You know, that is what he showed.
That was the whole live show.
Why we expected anything different.
Really?
Yeah. And sold out merchandise, T-shirts, mugs, cups, hats, you name it, everything sold out. Good for him. It's unreal. So
it's a weird thing because
go on.
Well, I mean, you know, we have the podcast and, you know, it's sort of the same thing. It's in the same category. We are on video talking shit, right? That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
But I almost feel like it's sort of like the Wild West. Like people don't know how to like take this content in, and it's almost like something that it's not really the type of content that would make sense for a live show. A guy who plays video games on a channel, but the fact is there's some agent somewhere that said, hey, you know what? Kids will pay $40, $50 of tickets to come watch you do this. So fuck it. Let's take advantage of them. And I almost look at like it's kind of shitty to do to your fans because it's just taking advantage of the fact that people will pay.
Yeah, but that said, you are right that is a fair point, but like, for example, Lucas, he's obsessed with this guy and he'll get out of bed. If we let him, of course we don't, we're good parents. If we let him stare at his iPad watching videos of this guy all day, he would do that. And to be honest, he does get a lot of enjoyment because we hear him giggling and laughing his head off. So it's kind of hard. You know, after 45 minutes, an hour, we say, okay, Lucas, that's enough. But it's hard because we do actually hear him, as I say, laughing so heartily and having a great time. And if they want to go and see him live in person and the kids get a kick out of it, which he did, he loved it, you know, which is, it's kind of a sad state of affairs.
Yeah.
But he did. He loved the entire thing. And, yeah, there you go.
What's the guy's name again?
KSI. What's that?
The guy's name that Lucas likes.
Dan TDM.
Can we pull some of that up on the screen? I'd love to see what this guy does for the fans.
Yeah, bring it up. It's interesting.
Dan TDM. And it's very strange because, you know, with the podcasting, it is, you know, we have a different type of connection with the fan base. Like even, you know, before you had this podcast or the radio show, you know, people only got a very edited version of who you are. It's what the UFC wanted to see. It's what you kind of wanted to let people see through social media. And in a medium like this, podcasting or being a YouTube star or streaming on Twitch, people are, they seem to be, it's a different type of fan. People that are fans of Michael Bisping through this podcast, it's a completely different type of fan than fans that have been fans of yours for 10 years through watching you fight, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here's the guy. Hold on. One of his expressions that he always used is, "Oh, geez." And I always do the impression to my son, and it drives him fucking crazy. You can't hate on the guy. Good for him, man.
He's doing the same shit we're doing.
As I say, he seems like a nice guy. He's not using bad language. You know, it's very, very PG. And he does a good job, and he is actually entertaining. I mean, if you like sitting and watching people play Minecraft, I guess he's entertaining. So you can't hate on him, and it's just amazing how this, you know, these days the opportunities and the avenues for people to generate money, whether it's playing video games, whether it's commentating whilst you play a video game, doing a podcast, you know, there really is. If you have a bit of a personality these days, you know, you really can go out there and make the most of it and try and generate a following and ultimately an income.
Yeah, and these guys make lots of money. I guarantee you that guy is a multi-millionaire.
Guarantee. Because his videos have like 15, 20 million per episode. So, yeah, definitely making money. So, anyway, KSI, that's what got me onto that. So I went and showed him a few things, showed him an armbar, showed him a Kimura. You know, it's really hard when you're trying to show somebody that's never grappled before in their life how to do jiu-jitsu or whatever, or break down mixed martial arts. It is difficult, especially when you're in a room and there's like 10 cameramen. I knew he was a big deal when I walked in and saw multiple cameramen, multiple sound guys, producers, writers, this, that. I was like, holy shit. You know, because I landed in London. As I say, I flew in on Wednesday night, finished filming MacGyver, flew in on Wednesday night, landed on the Thursday morning, no sleep, straight to a press conference, then had to go see him. And I was exhausted, and I thought, I'll just go in and I'll just do the bare minimum. But then I realized what a big deal it was. I was like, oh, God, here we go. So we did that. But, yeah, nice guy. And I think he's got a fight coming up soon. And if he's listening, which I highly doubt it, but apparently, Harrington, did you say he listens to our show?
He does listen. Yeah, Harrington tweeted us. This is another guy tweeted at us, and Harrington picked it up. I guess there's a video of one of his YouTube videos where he's watching our show, and then he kind of cuts over to the camera. So no, he listens to this, dude. It's you forget that you are like British Superman. They love you over there.
Well, thank you very much. KSI, if you're watching and you have another boxing match coming up, I officially offer my services. I will train you for a fight. There you go. You have a legit, I don't know, celebrity trainer, whatever you want to say. I will train you for your fight. So if you want to do that, give me a shout.
Only if he trains us on how to get 38 million YouTube views.
Yeah, and gives me a slice of the pie.
Yeah, it's a little fucking trade-off, KSI, you fucking taker. So you were in England. Bastard. You were in England for the fights. You know, I once again, afternoon fights, I enjoy it. I ended up catching. I watched the whole fight. But I was hanging out with my son in the afternoon. I wasn't completely glued to the television. I watched the main event, and I thought the main event was a lot of fun. I don't know. Everyone's freaking out about Volkov like he's this fucking world beater. You know, yes, he did beat Werdum, and he definitely, you know, outclassed him. But at the same time, there was nothing about that performance that made me go, oh my God, he's the next fucking heavyweight champion.
It was a decent fight. I enjoyed the fight. I thought that Werdum would win pretty easily, and he started off the fight doing what he needed to do. Obviously, Volkov is 6'7", if I'm not mistaken, and Werdum, obviously, a big advantage on the ground. You know, Werdum is world class when it comes to the ground game, and he got him down. I think within the first 10 seconds, got a nice takedown, took him down. But Volkov impressed me with his guard. Werdum, for as good as he is, he couldn't get past the guard of Volkov, and part of that is because of how good Volkov is, and part of that is because he's so tall and those legs are so long. Yeah. When legs are really long, obviously, anyone that's listening to this show knows what I mean by the guard. Basically, you're between the legs, you got to pass the guard. Once you pass the guard, that's when you can start your offense. That's when you can get really good ground and pound, although you can do that from the guard. That's when you can look for submissions. That's when you can get mount, take the back, all this good stuff. It starts with passing the guard. But when the legs are that long, it makes it really hard. Like, for example, you know, typically a person's feet, are just behind your back. But I'm assuming when someone's nearly 7 foot long, they're like way past your back. So it was really, really hard. And he couldn't really get much of anything going on the ground. And the longer the fight went, the more Volkov took over. And, yeah, a solid finish in the third, was it? Or fourth, the third or fourth round? Pardon?
4, yeah.
Yeah, fourth round, caught a leg kick, dropped a right hand, a couple of punches afterwards. So yeah, good job. As you say,